What's going on, Marvel fans? Blitzering come back at you with another review, and today I'm starting off the Wave 2 of the new Marvel Legends, the return of the Marvel Legends. And what a great way to start with Bucky Cap. Yes, the other Captain America. We got a Captain America Steve Rogers figure in the first wave, and now we've got Bucky Cap. So without further ado, let's take a closer look. So a little bit of a gripe with this figure, which I think is one of the few gripes with this figure, is the head sculpt. It is a little bit boring, and for some reason, just because the figure is very small, he's not very muscular, it seems like his head is just a little bit tiny, especially when you compare it to some of the other male figures, but it does work on the proportions with the figure itself. As you can see, I'll point out some details here for you, such as the wings on the side of the helmet there. And when we work our way down to the torso right here, you can see the metallic paint, which I really like, because it really is, considering that the lower half of the figure is completely black, it is very important that the upper part of the figure is done very well. So as you can see here, the paints are very dynamic, and I'm not really sure why, but on the camera it seems like his shoulder paints are a little bit different than his chest and back paint, the blue colors I mean, but they are in person, it's not noticeable, and it seems like the exact same kind of hue of blue, so you shouldn't worry about that. And as you can see, we've got the classic stars on both the shoulders here, the chest, and we've got a one on the back there that's a little bit ruined because of the hole, which we'll get to in a bit, as far as that, the use for that hole. And for those of you that know what goes in there, and make all your dirty jokes now, because that was definitely appropriate time to make those jokes. And we work our way down. As you can see, basically, just as I mentioned previously, the lower part of the body is just plain black, except for the cool looking boots. It's pretty common, and nothing bad or good to say about the paint application or sculpting there. Now the articulation is where this figure really shines. I mean, this figure is absolutely ridiculously articulated in my opinion. I mean, look at that neck. You're not supposed to be able to do that naturally, or that for the matter of fact. But the articulation is absolutely ridiculous, and I mean, in my opinion, so far out of all the new Marvel Legends, when I'm talking about Wave 1 and Wave 2, I don't own the entire Wave 2, but of the ones that I own, this is the most articulated figure out of any of them. You can see we've got double jointed elbows, and we've got articulated wrists, both swivels and up and down, so that's nice on the gloves there. We've got a 360 at the waist, and we've got an ab crunch joint, because usually you get either one, and look how far both ways it moves, so that's nice that there's a lot of poseability there. And then I love the fact that he's got those normal leg articulation that I like. The only problem, as you saw there, is that sometimes it does hit the knife a little bit, as well as the pouch with the knife, as well as the pouch with the gun, so that's a little unfortunate. But if you take out the knife, the pouch itself shouldn't be too much of a concern to bend and kind of get a little bit crypted, so to speak. I'm not really sure if that's crippled, that's the right word. As you can see, again, ankle articulation, very well done, and look at that, holy crap. I mean, you can't complain, for sure, no complaints from the articulation whatsoever. Well, if the articulation, the paint, and the sculpting didn't impress you on the figure, furthermore, this Bucky Cap brings lots of accessories. And I know some of you are like, well, that's something that most action figures should have. But it seems like a lot of the new Marvel Legends either lack accessories at all, or seem to skimp on them, or give accessories to the figures that are a little bit lacking in the paint, articulation, and the sculpting department. But this figure, not only does it have paint, articulation, and sculpting going for its benefits, it's got accessories as well. So as you can see right here, he's got the classic Captain America kind of attribute, the shield, you know, and it has the exact same system of the clip-on, where you can either clip it onto the wrist or put it in the back like the Steve Rogers figure. Here's the knife. He's got this cool commando knife, and basically as you could see, it did get a little bit warped, and that's because of the leg articulation. When you leave it in that pouch, it does tend to get a little warped, so just be careful with that, and keep that in mind, that if you are going to be spreading his legs, make inappropriate jokes now, then make sure that you take the knife out. That's a good tip, not just with an action figure, but for life as well, kids. And then he's got this gun. It's a little bit plain, a little boring, but hey, it's still another accessory, and it could never hurt. It's nice to have more accessories and more value, especially with the price of action figures going up and up. It's definitely a benefit. So overall, this is an exceptionally well done figure, and it really does personify what a Marvel Legend is, in my opinion. So if you want to really kind of sample or get a sample figure to try out a Marvel Legend, this is definitely a great one. I'll get you guys on the next one. Guys, remember to hit that subscribe button for regular content delivered to your subscription box, and as well keep hitting those thumbs up buttons. You guys are awesome for doing it already, but keep it up. It's awesome support and it's always appreciated. Thank you guys. And again, last little thing is check out my other Marvel Legends reviews, or you could click the screen right now to check out the Marvel Legends Drax review. Catch you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot again.